Yeah, it's dark.
The moon landing happened, Jake.
Real dad shit, dog.
Don't fuck with me or I'm gonna fuck with you.
For all the emo sad girl. I want to touch bellies with this man. It's time for Scene Labs Podcast.
That hurt my ears.
Oh, it peaked. Look, it flatlined.
There's no fixing that.
All right. Well,
I can't make that not peak now, no matter how low I turn it
you're
down.
welcome. Don't expect me to keep that same energy.
No, it's gone now. you drained the tank. How's it going, Jake?
Pretty good.
That's
Lots of traveling.
Yeah, we mentioned last week how you were going to be traveling for work, and that continued.
Yeah.
Which is, again, why we didn't release our episode on Tuesday.
Yep.
Look, man, we can release it whenever the fuck we want. Who cares? But you have been in Charlotte, North Carolina a lot lately.
Back and forth and back and forth.
A lot of our listeners might actually be familiar with Charlotte or live there.
Maybe.
You should have hit him up.
I don't know who listens to this.
He only sells his meet and greet passes for $80 a pop. You don't have to pay $250
To meet me in my hotel that I'm staying at.
That sounded really scandalous. Oh, you meant it for okay. Boys only, men only. Jesus.
Oh. Whoa.
Oh, men 18 plus. Oh, shit. So, do you have anything to share about your experience in Charlotte?
I would fucking hate that drive. I could tell you that. It's the longest 3 hours ever. Just continuous highway.
So I was in Charlotte on Tuesday to see a concert.
Uh-huh.
I saw Crown the Empire with direct support from Dark Divine. And I saw, it was Capstan and Oni, which, by the way, for people who didn't know, can you imagine us standing there, just walked in, checked out the merch, and now we're going to watch the opening band, Oni. And my buddy taps me on the shoulder. He's like, that's not Jared Dines, is it? And I look up and I'm like, sure as fuck, it is Jared Dines in a fucking checkered red flannel.
As he usually is.
Slaying on guitar. So I immediately take a picture and send it to Jake. I was like, it's fucking Jared Dines.
And now I'm jealous.
And here's the thing, right? They Oni has a song, by the way, if it's Oni, fuck you.
I think it's Oni.
Is it Oni? Okay.
Like the Oni mask kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Well, it makes sense because Jared Dines is in Scion, and they have a song. Well, obviously, their lead singer is Howard Jones, but Oni has a song with Howard Jones as well. Also, ION is in both Jared Dines' band titles, Scion and Oni. I don't know if that's on purpose, but
Are you like making one of those boards like you're trying to find a murderer?
Yeah.
It's like ION, Jared Dines, Howard Jones. Yeah. It's just Oni.
Hard rock.
More hard rock. Jared Dines.
Guitar solos.
Howard Jones. ION. Those three letters. Switch them around.
Yeah. But dude, I remember I sent you a bunch of videos and I was like, dude, he is so good. And Jake's like not surprised at all. He's way
Dines.
more familiar with Jared Dines than I am.
I used to watch his videos all the time.
Yeah. And that's another thing, right? We talked about was Jared Dines doesn't need to be touring in clubs across the country. I mean, from what I remember, his YouTube channel's pretty big.
It's pretty large, yeah. I'm sure he makes a decent amount of money. But
as an opening band, though, that only played 5 songs?
No, that's not where the money comes from. YouTube money is way more than that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He does not need Oni specifically, was my point. He's just doing it as a passion project.
Yeah, and that's the best kind.
Yeah. So Oni was great. We saw them at the Underground in Charlotte, which for those of you that are familiar with Charlotte at all, there's the Fillmore and the Underground. They're literally connected. Some of the smaller bands go to the Underground and some of the bigger bands go to the Fillmore. Same thing in Richmond. It's the Canal Club, in the National, but they're in separate parts of the city. Anyway, Oni was great. Capstan was amazing. I wouldn't say that they're really my thing. They're a very like post-hardcore, like kind of sad yelly band. That's a horrible way to describe them, but that's the best I can do. They're really good, very talented. Loved their show. Probably wouldn't play them in my car just because they're not my flavor. Now, here's where it starts to get interesting. I don't know how big... Have you realized how big Dark Divine's gotten recently?
No.
So Crown the Empire's headlining. They played 13 songs. Dark Divine played 10. And the energy was about matched for Crown the Empire. Like, that shit was insane. And the lead singer of Dark Divine knows how to control a fucking crowd. I mean, it is just... It was like a Motionless in White show, almost. They know how to use breakdowns in a live setting. Let me just say. I was absolutely shocked by how good they were. Not like I don't like their music, because I do. We review their music on the show, and I think I've liked everything we've talked about. But like seeing them live was completely different. So with all that being said, world domination is imminent with that band. I think they're going to be one of the bigger bands in the scene before too long.
We'll have to keep an eye out.
For sure. And then lastly, of course, Crown the Empire fucking killed it. Absolutely spectacular show. They played like the set list that Chad and I wanted to see. Like they played songs from like their first EP. They played like their like emotional song on their third record, Millennia, which is like one of our favorite songs. They played the Fallout, of course. They played, and then they closed their set with Makeshift Chemistry, which is a banger. Anyway, that was just a little concert review for all of you. I haven't really even told him that much about it, so go see Crown the Empire if there's any dates left in your area, because that tour was great. And then I have Polaris and Blessthefall next week.
Yeah.
Starting off my journey.
I'm kind of jealous of the Polaris show.
1,000 Below, Nerve, Polaris, and Blessthefall. Polaris headlining.
It's going to be a banger.
It is. You could still go.
Next week?
It's Saturday. A week from Saturday.
It's on a Saturday. So the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
No, I got something to do.
Yeah, I think that you said that originally.
Yeah. And I actually changed those plans too.
Oh.
Because that's going to be... It was going to be when we were going to go see... me and my dad were going to go see Megadeth and...
Yeah, do you have an update on this? Because you've brought it up in like 5 episodes now. Are you?
Yeah, I'm not going.
What? What happened?
I'm going to Nitro Cross in Richmond.
How did you break it to your dad?
I gave him the decision. I was like, do you want to go see Megadeth or do you want to go to Nitro Cross? He wants to go to Nitro Cross. So we're going to Nitro Cross.
So if your dad was the one that you like left the decision up to, then that's less like, sorry, Dad, we're not going to a metal show together.
I hadn't bought the tickets yet, so I was like, do you want to go to the show or do you want to go watch rally cars? And he agreed with me. We're going to watch rally cars.
Where's that at? Just curious.
Richmond Speedway.
I'm going to be in Richmond for Polaris the same day as you and your dad. So if you finish up Nitro Cross.
Well, what time's the...
like 7?
Is that 7? You could go to both.
Could I?
Yeah, because it starts at 2.
Could you go to both?
No, because I'm going to be with him. I'm driving.
You don't think he'll want to go see Polaris and Blessthefall?
Probably not.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like 2 to 6. So you could kind of go and just leave early.
I could. Is it expensive?
It's like $45.
Nope, can't swing it right now. The only reason I'm going to these shows right now is because I bought these tickets months ago when I had money. Well, that's cool. We're going to be in the same city, just doing very different things.
Yeah.
I'll be with my concert dad. You'll be with your real dad. And then 4 days after that, we have Bill Murray. And then like a week after that, I have Sleeping with Sirens and Holding Absence. And like a week after that, we have Dayseeker and Alpha Wolf.
Yeah, that one I'm super hyped for.
Yeah. Bill Murray and Dayseeker are your next 2 concerts.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, I think we'll get into this cluster of singles I have in front of me. And just to put this out there, we cut one of them.
Yes.
We had a lot of singles, number 1, number 2. It just didn't vibe with us. We're not going to say who it was, but wasn't what I was expecting.
Some thirst trap cringe music.
Yeah, so if you can think of like once was emo pop music about sex and drugs.
It's now just pop music about sex and drugs.
Well, I guess I'll start us off here. Silverstein have released their new single, Skin and Bones. The band had this to say about the track. Skin and Bones is a deeply emotional song written about the sudden loss of a person who was once very close to me, shares vocalist Shane told. Every day we're stuck in our own heads worrying about trivial things and never thinking about just how fragile we are. Life can be gone in an instant. I lost one of the greatest people I have ever known. They will be doing... Oh, and that's the end of the quote. They will be doing festivals and one-off shows in the coming months. I did not see anything about an album announcement, though. So your first reaction when we heard the song was, damn, I haven't listened to them in a while.
Yeah. It's been quite a while since I've heard anything by Silverstein.
Have you realized how long they've been making music?
It's been a long ass time. I'm pretty sure they had songs on like PlayStation 2 games.
I'm pretty sure they had songs like the year after I was born.
Oh.
In like 99, early 2000. Something like that. Maybe not. Maybe it was like 02, but I was still like a fucking toddler, right? That's insane. And they've been making similar music their whole career.
Yeah.
What did you think about Skin and Bones?
It was a banger for sure. They haven't really changed much.
No.
It sounds great. I mean, they didn't try to go some extreme way to try to stay relevant.
Nope.
So
that's one thing I don't think Silverstein's ever done.
No.
I think in certain instances they've had like less heavy albums, but it's never been pop or like radio. I don't even think they've really gone octane. They've really maintained their formula very well.
Yeah. And they were doing it before a lot of people were.
Yeah. I just think like in the early days, I mean, Silverstein and Underoath were both coming up at like the same time in the early 2000s touring together.
Yeah.
19-year-old kids, like, I don't know. I hear this song, first of all, and I think, the early 2000s. But second of all, this is has very good production. This song did.
Yeah,
like
it does, for sure.
It didn't sound old. It was definitely an emotional song. Not right off rip, but as you get like halfway into the song, you kind of start to feel that a little bit, that feeling of loss that he's talking about in the lyrics. And then y'all that have been listening for a little while, you know I like my group vocals, like my choir type vocals, and that was very, very sick in this song. What'd you think of the music video? It was kind of just like a performance video.
Yeah, it was just a good performance video. Nothing too outlandish. Or
cool shots that'll make you have a seizure if you're epileptic.
Yeah, none of that.
Yeah, I'm excited for what Silverstein does next, especially after the single. I mean, I'm always down to listen to Silverstein, right?
Yeah, and if they released a whole bunch of stuff, would it technically be a comeback?
No, they released stuff like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They've never really stopped.
No, they just kind of fade in and out somehow.
They've had albums that have definitely done better than others.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, if the album sounds like this, I don't see why it doesn't fucking blow up, just like some of their... They've probably had 7 albums with hits on them.
Yeah.
So I think just by like the laws of averages, you know, they have a chance to do really good things here. And if this song's anything to go by, then I think they will. I'm going to give this one a 3.6 out of 5.
Yeah, I'll probably go with a 3.5.
3.5?
Yeah.
I couldn't just be normal and go 3.5. I had to go 3.6.
3.5. 3.1415926.
Yeah, exactly.
I give it pi.
Pi. Yeah.
I give it pi.
Jake, what's next?
Oh, so we also have Catch Your Breath released Ghost Inside the Shell. So this is going to be on, I believe, their deluxe version of Shame on Me, coming out on the 27th. They are also going to be at our Dayseeker show.
Yes.
And this song sounds like I'm probably going to get hurt.
this song. What about this song that's further down the list?
Oh, yeah, that one too.
No, for real, though. I think this is one of my favorite Catch Your Breath songs I've heard in a minute.
Who's playing first? Is it Kingdom of Giants?
Kingdom of Giants.
Kingdom of Giants playing first? God, that's going to be hard not to.
It's going to be Kingdom of Giants, Catch Your Breath, Alpha Wolf, Dayseeker.
Am I going to... Everybody place your bets. Is Jake going to make it until the Dayseeker performance?
We're going to put a poll up. Will Jake survive?
Because this will be like the kind of my last concert of the year, really. I don't really have much more planned after that.
I mean, unless I convince you to see Under Oath with me in Richmond in December. This is probably not happening. Yeah, no, you got to go hard or go home, bud. You might not get another show till like February or March.
Yeah, I'm going to send it.
Which band are you going to send
We'll put
it
a
on?
knee brace on. I don't know.
We'll talk about that tour a little more once we get to the single of the other band.
To the other one, yeah.
What'd you think of Ghost Inside the Shell?
I thought it was a pretty good song.
It was better than the last song.
Yeah.
What, the one with the rapper on it, Ryan Oakes?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a huge fan of that song.
Didn't vibe with that one as much. But this was a good all-around metalcore song.
I did a metal elitist thing, though, while we were listening to it. I thought the song was over about 2.5 minutes in, and I was like kind of pissed. I was like, really? And then I like moved my mouse around to see that there was still like 1.5 minutes left. I was like, never mind. And then we started hearing the glitchy noises.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, yeah. And then there was the breakdown, and it was a good, well-rounded song.
Yeah, the breakdown kind of comes out of, well, not really nowhere. You kind of expect it if you know this genre.
Yeah.
So you're like, there's got to be a breakdown in here somewhere.
See, but the reason I was questioning was because Catch Your Breath is known to have a lot of lighter songs. Like, I think of like Dial Tones.
That one sounded like there was a breakdown waiting to happen somewhere.
You think so?
Yeah, with the like kind of glitchy electronic kind of sound stuff. I was like, there's got to be a breakdown here.
There's definitely 80 other bands out there, though, that do the glitchy noises without the breakdowns.
Well, yeah, but
there was like a 50-50 chance in my mind. But yeah, when the breakdown hit, I was like, I like this song now. It's good. That's why I said I did the metal elitist thing. I was a hater until the breakdown.
It's like mid, high mid? Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't even say the song's mid. I'd say I liked it.
I'd say the first 3/4 of it's kind of mid.
But the first 3/4 of it is better now, knowing that there's a smash at the end. Haven't you heard the term, the breakdown makes the whole song good?
I don't know.
Like, think of A Day to Remember's...
You gotta make it there first.
Think of A Day to Remember's Mr. Highway's Thinking About the End. But now think of that track without disrespect your surroundings. Is it a good A Day to Remember song, or is it a mid A Day to Remember song?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, see? Yeah, I mean, I'll give this song a good 3.25, actually. I really liked it. I'll go 3. I'm going to go 3. I'm going to go 3.
Yeah, I'll give it a 2.75.
2.75. Are you excited to see them live? Like,
yeah.
Because they definitely have some songs we're going to sing along to just from TikTok.
Oh, for sure. I think I'm going to be singing along to most of this show.
Yeah, we just need to get you educated on Alpha Wolf.
Yeah.
There's no singing involved there, but...
No, I need to get caught up on that. It's just going to be crowd killing, I guess. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe because I don't know them as much, I'll just mosh.
You know, I just had a thought. Instead of you getting hurt at every show, you should be hurting people at every show.
I know.
You should be the
it's
aggressor.
The point of I don't go as hard because I don't want to hurt other people, and then I wind up getting hurt because I'm not hurting other people.
Little pause here at the Crown the Empire show. I forgot to mention on the podcast that it was like one of the rowdiest shows I've been to in a while. There was a dude that did a spin kick in the pit, and his kick landed on the back of dude's neck, and it got like stuck there in the middle of a song. And Chad and I were just watching this dude's leg resting against his neck. And it was a little short, like he was maybe 5'2". Like he was tiny. And dude like didn't know what happened, was kind of in a daze for a second, but then you turn around and he's like, fuck yeah. I'm like, that should be Jake. Jake should be spin kicking people and then apologizing kindly.
I ain't spin kicking nobody. If that would have happened to him, if I'm able to spin kick, if it would have landed on the back of somebody's neck, they're leaking spinal fluid. It's going to be bad. So
you can't go like
there's
soft.
No halfway.
I see.
it's too soft or somebody's getting seriously injured, and I don't want that.
So what you're telling me and all our listeners is you're either going to hurt people or get hurt, and that's just your curse.
That's just how it is. It's going to be how it is.
Our Hollow Our Home have released their new song, In Reflection, coming off of their new and final album, Hope in Hell, out September 27th. This was a ballad. And for those who don't know our Hollow Our Home lore, they had an album come out in 2017. The name of it escapes me right now, but the album's actually about the stages of grief. And this song is meant to be like another part to that album. They insinuate in the title with the 2 slashes, and the song is called In Reflection. It is a very sad song about the death of his father and him reflecting on the grief. However, if you know what's going on with our Hollow Our Home right now, you can't help but think of the band. It's In Moment in Memory was the name of the album. You can't help but think of the band ending when you listen to this song In Reflection. And it's pretty sad, but it's a good song. What'd you think?
It is a very sad song, yes. Didn't really want to deal with too much death today.
Yeah. We listened to 2 songs about people dying.
Yep.
And then we also have a band that's dying on the 27th of September. They will be no more. I think they actually are playing a couple. Well, I'm sorry. I think he is playing like the last show of our Hollow Our Home in England in October. Don't know who's going to be playing instruments or screaming, but I hope there's video footage. I know we seem to talk about our Hollow Our Home a lot, but man, this band is a band that I got into very quickly. And like right at the end too. It's such a bummer. Yeah, not really much to say about it. We're going to do a full album review when it comes out on the 27th. I'm going to give this song a 4.
Yeah, it's a good sad...
For a ballad, it's a 4.
It's a good sad boy ballad. Yeah, I see you. I'll give it a 4.
Kingdom of Giants have released their new single, Bloodworm. Kingdom of Giants' upcoming 6-song EP, Bleeding Star, is set to release on Sharptone Records on September 20th, 2024. The EP was produced by Daniel Bronstein and features the highly anticipated single, Asphalt, and the standout track, Wasted Space. By the way, both songs are bangers. Bronstein, known for his work with artists like Spiritbox, Dayseeker, and Volumes, brings his expertise to the project, enhancing the band's dynamic sound. Wasted Space, released on March 23rd, has already surpassed 4.3 million streams on Spotify. They will also be supporting Dayseeker alongside Catch Your Breath and Alpha Wolf for the Dark Sun Protocol tour. So, before we get into the song, is this the band you die to?
It might be.
Because I don't see a whole lot of injuries occurring during Dayseeker, and we don't...
This is going to be my recovery.
And Alpha Wolf, I feel like we're not as big on to the point where we'd be in the pit. I feel like we're going to more want to watch that and take it in and like get to experience it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they play that first fucking riff and we're like, fuck it.
It might happen. I don't know.
This lineup is fucking fantastic.
It's absurd. Absurd.
Bloodworm is also absurd.
Yes.
Like, holy shit.
This thing goes hard.
Alpha Wolf is heavy.
Return of the Sword.
Yes.
The sword that he pulls out of the asphalt.
Yep. So if you remember the last time we talked about Kingdom of Giants, I think it was the last time, right?
Yeah.
We went, watched the music video. The music video ended with a sword, and then Bad Omen started playing. But now we're back to Bloodworm. We have another music video, and the sword is there. Throughout the whole video, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's a few, it's very medieval feeling.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sword battling going on.
Similar to that Fit for a King and Plotting You song that came out a couple weeks ago.
It was like a fight to the death.
But man, that song's an ass beater, bro.
That's a hell of a way to describe it. But all right.
What, an ass beater?
An ass beater. That song's an ass beater.
That shit's a spanking from mom, not dad.
Beating my ass.
Bare butt spanking.
Bare butt ass beater.
Oh shit. The breakdown in this song kind of made Jake and I sit back in our chairs a little bit with a stank face.
Yes, enjoy stank face.
I hope they play this one live.
I would assume so. It's new.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have that much music. I think they have like 2 albums and now this EP that's coming out.
They have 4 albums. And
Damn, really? I didn't realize they've been around that long.
And a few singles.
You know what? I don't think I had heard of them before. Actually, no.
2013.
Ground Culture is a song with Rory from Dayseeker. I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Afterglow.
I haven't heard that song in years. Anyway.
Yeah, a few years because it came out in 2014.
Damn, that was 10 years ago.
2011, they put out an EP.
Holy shit. Okay, so they've been around.
Fucking
That's really good art.
abominable.
If that came out today, people would probably say it's AI generated and then they get in a fight on Twitter about it. Yeah, this song fucking rips. There's not really much to say about this except for the lyrical content is definitely like a fuck you song. I think that he says in the chorus that is screamed, you say you got a conscience, but you watch your 6 or something like that. And I was like, damn, that's a fucking hard ass line. So do you like heavy songs like this more than they're like more singy, chorusy, melodic songs? Or do you like the 50-50 split ones?
I like the 50-50 split ones. Yeah. I like a good ass beater, as you call it.
That's what they're called now.
Is always be referred to as ass beater.
Yes. That's my porn star name, Brian
Ass
Stars.
beater.
Now, I think there's like, especially with a band like this, it is cool to get one song like that on this EP that is just fucking ruthlessly heavy.
Didn't it get just progressively heavier?
He screamed the whole song. There was no singing.
Was Wasted Space? Oh, whoops.
Wasted Space had a singing chorus, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
He sang.
Yeah.
Asphalt was kind of the same way.
That's true. Bloodworm is just all in.
Yeah. Oh, it's also the only explicit one.
Yeah.
4.
4.5.
4.5.
I was vibing pretty good.
So this is the song that you're going to be excited for when they start playing their set?
Yeah, probably. There's a few other ones.
Like Passenger, that whole
yeah.
album is fucking amazing.
That album's sick. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go with 4.5.
So can you rank your excitement level for each band? So like in order from least excited to most excited to see from that specific lineup?
I don't know. I think Alpha Wolf would probably be least because I'm not super familiar with their stuff.
That could change after the show.
It could. It's hard between Kingdom of Giants and Catch Your Breath.
I think I'm higher on Kingdom of Giants a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. There's some songs from Catch Your Breath though.
Fucking Dial Tones live.
Yes.
That's gonna be sick.
That's gonna be sick.
What's the other song? Salute.
Yeah,
21 Gun Salute. That's gonna be great.
Shame on Me.
That's a good one.
Yeah, if they play those,
they probably will play their top 5.
Yeah, if they play their top 5, I'm singing every one of those.
So you think you're higher on Catch Your Breath than?
I think I'm higher on Catch Your Breath for their nice, clean choruses.
So you are most excited to see Dayseeker though?
Yes.
Even though we've seen them kind of recently.
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, you can take that to the bank. We are Dayseeker fans.
Yes. But I will also mosh.
It makes, like, when you're going to see a band, though, and that band has an amazing support, too, behind it, it makes the show so much better.
And I'm kind of happy that Dayseeker's a little soft right now.
Yeah.
And you can just be hardcore up until that point.
Well, I feel like Catch Your Breath is going to be another softer, like, break from constant ass beating.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to be like Catch Your Breath is soft. Then Kingdom of Giants slaps you in the face. Alpha Wolf slaps you in the face.
I was going to say Kingdom of Giants slaps you in the face. Alpha Wolf beats the shit out of you while you're on the ground.
And then Dayseeker tells you it's going to be okay.
Reaches their hand out to pick you back up, and then you just vibe to this beautiful sounds of Rory.
I do think, though, that this is going to be one of those concerts where we get in the car and sitting down on the seats will never have felt so good.
Yeah, I might have to wear a knee brace.
Show up in 2 knee braces, protect the other one.
Why is this man wearing full pads?
Yeah, no, it's a banger. Bloodworm is great. What's next? You got the last 2.
Next we got Blessthefall. So that's one that I haven't really heard in a while.
Yeah.
That's
been around for a minute.
They've been around for a very long time. They came out with a single, Drag Me Under, featuring Alpha Wolf.
Yes. Which this Dayseeker tour is just all over our week of reviews today. Blessthefall's comeback has been fucking crazy because they posted BRB on Twitter in 2019 and then did not resurface until last year. They released Wake the Dead and Drag Me Under Now featuring Alpha Wolf. Blessthefall sounds exactly like they did before they went away. That's the crazy thing. And I'm not upset about it. Like, Blessthefall is one of those bands that I listened to when I was like 13, 14 years old and just never stopped loving.
Yeah.
And then they disappeared. And I thought I'd never see them again. And I'm finally getting to see them next week.
This song was very mathcore, is what I was thinking.
A little bit.
Very, like, I don't know, hammer-ons. Both hands on the neck.
Yeah.
And kind of kill switchy. It almost sounded like somebody had a kill switch in there with some of it.
Yeah. Blessthefall's always had those, that like, what is it called when you're holding the string and hitting the string on the neck of the guitar?
It's hammer-on.
Hammer-on, yeah.
Yeah.
They do a lot of that in their music. Their last album, Hard Feelings, came out in 2018.
Yes.
And it's been a while. That's 6 years ago.
Wishful Sinking.
Such a banger. Cutthroat is a fucking banger. What the line at the beginning of the song is, "You can't say shit, you pale bastard. Fuck all y'all, suck my dick."
Yeah. Classic.
Shit goes so hard. I am so excited for new Blessthefall, and I'm even more excited to see them live supporting Polaris next week.
I hope they play that.
What did you think of the pairing of Blessthefall and Alpha Wolf on this song?
I think it works really well.
Yeah.
Really well together.
Because Blessthefall is not known for being an ass beater band. They're known for being very 50-50.
Yeah.
And then fucking Loki from Alpha Wolf just comes in and just fucking rips it.
Which one of them was getting touched on by Valkyrie the whole time?
That was Bo, the singer of Blessthefall.
Gotcha.
The music video was cool. Seeing Valkyrie.
I don't know what I just did.
Seeing Valkyrie in the music video was cool. And yeah, it's just really exciting to have Blessthefall back. What is that?
Don't worry about it.
wait, hold on. Why do you have a Google spreadsheet with Guitar Hero songs?
It's Clone Hero. You ever played Clone Hero?
No. Blessthefall's sick. Excited to see them back. Alpha Wolf sick. Excited to see them live. I'm going to give the new Blessthefall song a 3.75. I'm really high on a lot of songs this week.
I'll give it a 3.5.
Okay.
But yes, you were asking about this. This is Clone Hero. You get a old Guitar Hero guitar, and you get an adapter to make it USB. Or if you have the Xbox one, you can just use that. And then Clone Hero, you download Clone Hero and all that, and these are all your songs. So you can get literally any song from any of the Guitar Heroes, any song from any rock band. There's a bunch that have their own. People just make community ones.
Is it like, can you get like metalcore songs? Like scene bands and stuff?
Yeah.
Not just like Metallica and...
Yeah.
Oh.
I would have to re-download it on this, but...
How many guitars do you have?
We need to get more. And I also have one adapter for a Wii guitar, but...
Yeah.
It's hard to find Guitar Hero guitars nowadays.
I would say especially like the PS2, PS3, PS4 ones.
Yeah, and if you want to run it straight to the computer, you would need it to have a USB, so it would have to be like at least Xbox 360. It's got to be USB.
So that leaves Wii, Xbox 360, and then new gen consoles.
Yeah.
Or does new gen even have Guitar Hero and Rock
New
Band?
gen doesn't even have it.
What about the DJ Hero board? Can you play with that?
I think that's on here.
Is it?
I think there's like special DJ Hero ones.
Dude, DJ Hero was such a fucking fever dream. That game did not last as well as the other ones.
Yeah, these are all like, hold on.
Do you remember the Rock Band versus Guitar Hero debates and conversations when we were in high school?
Yeah, it's kind of...
There was like Reddit thread, or I don't even know if it was
Keep doing
Reddit
that.
back then. It might have been Tumblr.
Carpal Tunnel Hero.
What? What is that? I get carpal tunnel because I'm on a keyboard 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday.
Carpal Tunnel Hero. Oh, State Champs. Another one we haven't heard of in a while.
Yep.
But they keep releasing things. They're just kind of in the back a little bit.
That
Fading in and out.
mid 2000s pop punk game still strong though.
Yep. So they released a, what do you call it? Like A-side, B-side single?
Like a double single, yeah.
Double single. Silver Cloud and Too Late to Stay. You want to go Silver Cloud first?
Yeah, let's note though that they are. Is it weird that they're releasing a self-titled album this late into their career, or does that kind of make sense to you?
I don't know.
Because like when you say State Champs is releasing a self-titled album, I'm like, why didn't they do that back in like 2008? What?
A truck out there with like 18 lights on.
Dog, you can't like look over my shoulder with a concerned face and like.
Well, I'm getting blinded by 18 LED lights on this fucking truck for no reason.
Oh, I see it. I see it now. Yeah,
I thought
so
it
they
was
are.
the cops.
State Champs is releasing their self-titled album. It'll be out on November 8th and will be headlining this fall in North America. Their support will be Meet Me at the Altar, Knuckle Puck, and Daisy Grenade.
Knuckle Puck, that's another one.
Yeah, Knuckle Puck's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about Silver Cloud first.
Wasn't Meet Me at the Altar one of the ones that's going to be on the
Disney
album?
Yeah,
Okay.
but State Champs isn't.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, neither's Knuckle Puck. I think Silver Cloud was my favorite of the two.
Yeah, I'd have to say the first. Yeah, that was
Like-
the first one we listened to, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the one that got the full music video instead of just the Penske truck video.
In the back of the Penske truck.
Okay, well then let's talk about that. Let's actually talk about Too Late to Stay first. Too Late to Stay was good. Like it wasn't my favorite of the two, but it still would get stuck in your head.
Oh, yeah.
That's literally State Champs. They write a song, if you listen to it enough, it's there.
It's going to get stuck in your head.
The music video was funny. I thought just one camera riding slowly in the back of a fucking Penske box truck.
Definitely Penske truck. Bar yellow.
Yep. What do you even say about the song? It was good. Like,
Yeah.
video was
it's a
cool.
Good, classic, like early 2000s pop punk.
Yep. And then Silver Cloud was that, but on another level, I think. The chorus was a lot hookier.
I was going to say the energy felt a little higher.
Yeah.
And yes, it was a lot hookier.
I love State Champs. They're one of my favorite pop punk bands. And they continue to just keep reusing their formula. And this is another example of a band that I'm not upset by that with.
Yeah.
Like, do your shit. Do what you're good at. It'll probably get radio play. It'll probably sell tours. Like, that's what State Champs do. That's what State Champs will probably do until they retire.
Yeah, I'm definitely not mad at it. I'm not mad if this gets radio play at all. Because this is definitely something you'd hear in the background and be like, yeah, just vibe to it.
For sure. What do you want to give? Let's rank Too Late to Stay first.
Too Late to Stay. I'll give it a 3.
All
And
right.
then I think I'll give Silver Cloud a 3.5, a little bit higher.
I'm going to match you. 3
Yeah.
and 3.5. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll review it when it comes out. I mean, it's State Champs. We fuck with pop punk. Like,
Yep.
All right. Now comes for the time of the show where Jake doesn't say a whole lot.
Yep. I'll see y'all next time.
No, we still have drama to talk about after the album
Okay.
review.
I'll be back in a minute, folks.
No, for real though. Like, so Stand Atlantic released their new album Was Here. I want to properly review this album, and sometimes when I am trying to think of the words to describe an album or a song, like live while we're recording, it doesn't all come to me. And then like the next day I'll be thinking, damn, I really wish I would have said that, right? It happened with the Bring Me the Horizon album. So I did something a little different today. I decided to write down my thoughts on a track by track review. And so I'm going to be like loosely reading these notes, and I'm going to start from the beginning and just go down. The intro track to the album, Wake Up, Sit Down, Shut Up. I thought it was a really good intro track for this album. It's definitely one of the weaker songs on the record for me. However, I do think it is very fitting to the album. I really like the synth that they use in this song. It created a very like atmospheric dread. And I think looking at the lyrics that's kind of what Bonnie was trying to get across. I wrote down that her vocals almost sound as if their purpose was to plead with a darkness inside what is supposed to be a safe place. That's kind of what I got from the lyrical content and just the sound in general. Track 2, Frenemies. Right off rip, we return to familiar territory. It's a very stereotypical Stand Atlantic song, but in a fresh delivery. It has sonic elements similar to a lot of the previous songs on other records of theirs. What will be a reoccurring theme is that Bonnie sounds outstanding as a vocalist, and I think that she kills every track on this album vocally. While the subject matter may be lighter in context to other tracks in the record, Bonnie's lyrics on this track are incredibly relatable. Girls. I wrote, Girls is an upbeat, electric, fun anthem guaranteed to get crowds jumping. Because that's what it is. Like, it is, once the song starts playing, you're going to move. Like, it's just one of those songs where it doesn't matter if you're into metal, pop punk, rock, you're gonna vibe to this song. It features Lynn Gunn from Paris and Mexican artist Bruises. They add a very here's how it's gonna be attitude. And I really liked that about that song. Track number 4, Freaking Out, is similar to Frenemies. It has an odd but satisfying fun pop punk vibe from the moment you press play. With this track, we do see darker subject matter wrapped in a misleading instrumental that makes for a bit of a different listening experience while following the lyrics. However, this does not take away from the boppy emo club anthem that track 4 proves to be. Nosebleed is one of my favorite tracks. It features an artist named Sueco, which I think you're more familiar with than I am, because this was the first song I had heard from Sueco.
Yeah, just through like TikTok, stuff like that.
So is that how he blew up, was on TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely on TikTok.
Do you like his music? Like, does he normally do screamy rock stuff?
Yeah, it's normally like pretty much that.
Okay. Like what this song was? Nosebleeds?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I wasn't expecting the screams.
Let me find... I bet you do know one of his songs.
Oh, shit. I had no idea this was him. Oh, yeah. They played this song like in between sets a lot at concerts. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, Sueco.
Yeah.
The guy who wrote Paralyzed, apparently. Yeah, I mean, he adds a lot to this song. I think that what I wrote here is a very weird sentence, but I wrote that is a track that should be played in an old Western emo saloon. Well, this is a weird sentence. Once you hear the track, you'll probably arrive at the same conclusion. The sense of a hopeless cycle exists through the song while still incorporating the Stand Atlantic formula with every note. It is a banger, and it was the final single released before the album. It has the full music video treatment. Track 6 is a ballady love song entitled Love You Anyway. In Stand Atlantic fashion, we still have a faster-paced chorus that translates beautifully. Their lyrics tell a very comprehensible story that a lot of people relate to. Love You Anyway also provides a bit of diversity and reflects no other tracks on the roster. So take a break from slamming guitars, fast-paced drums, and just sway to this track. This was one of the songs that Jake and I reviewed probably a month and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the ballady love song that they put out?
Yeah.
That's Love You Anyway. It's really good. It provides some contrast to the rest of the album. Number 7 is a track called Kissin' Killer Cobras. It immediately lets you know that you're in for a badass rock song. There are a couple of different timing changes in this track that make you want to move. The hooky chorus and heavy guitars will have you wanting to jump into the circle pit every single time. Not that much else to say about that song, but it is one of my favorites just because sonically it is so satisfying. Number 8, Warzone, was one of the first singles they released for this album. It is another heavier offering from Stand Atlantic and is the song we all want to send to that one brain dead guy on social media that can't help but talk trash and hate for no reason. Say it to my face. The line we were all thinking, Bonnie delivers with aggression and bounce without looking back. Number 9 is mine and Jake's favorite song on the album. Criminal is a metalcore adjacent pop punk track with vengeance. The pairing of Stand Atlantic and Polaris delivers almost a Warped Tour in a bottle type of listening experience. You will move your feet and you will headbang. Do you concur with that statement?
Yes, Polaris. Polaris equals good.
Doesn't it kind of feel like a Warped Tour track though?
Yeah, it does for sure.
Like, I know the music video's in a bowling alley, but like, I could have totally pictured a massive fucking crowd in Circle Pit to that song in Warped Tour. Number 10, 17. I Wish We Never Fucking Met. We're at the point in Was Here where things start to change. 17 delivers an angry yet sad expression of what appears to be the subject of sexual assault. It almost sounds like an open letter to a specific individual. This is probably the most vulnerable we have heard Bonnie as a writer and vocalist, and the track ends with a repeated phrase that will echo in your head well after the track ends. That goes into track 11, which is 17 Reprise One Take. A continuation of the previous track, in this 1 minute long piano ballad, Bonnie jumps forward in time to reflect a more mellow and sadder set of emotions in regards to the subject of 17. One more thing I just wanted to add about that song is I think that it's very cool that Stand Atlantic did that, because I feel like a lot of bands will come up with these little additional parts to songs in the studio and then won't release them. Like, I could see another band like
an outtake.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that it was kind of cool that she followed it up.
Like, there's an extra verse, but it's like, it doesn't really fit here. You don't think it does at the time.
Yeah, and like when I was reading about like her, she did an interview with Apple Music about the album, and she had mentioned that this song was like takes place in a future area of thinking about this instance of what happened to her, where she's more of like not as sad or not as sad, but like she's not in it anymore, and she's more just reflecting on it, and she has to just accept that whatever, I'll be okay, I'll move on. And it didn't really fit with the energy of 17. So I think other bands should do that. I love like these little outtake, one take tracks, and you all should keep doing it. Number 12 is Gag. Gag stands for Girl's a Gun. A lighter, catchy song that starts soft and builds to the first chorus with reoccurring subject matters about relationships. Stand Atlantic finds a way to avoid fatigue. This is another track that you will have trouble getting out of your head. Number 13, Rockstar. Perhaps the catchiest song on Was Here, a fun, upbeat, and bubbly diss track that makes you want to dance with your middle finger up. I did a little research on this because she said in her interview with Apple Music that you can figure out who it's about by like Easter eggs in the lyrics of the song. So I did a little digging. 90% certain it's about the singer of Trophy Eyes. So if you're curious about reading about that drama, Reddit. It's a great place to go to find it. This is also one of my favorite songs on the album. It was very catchy. Number 14, Sex on the Beach. Sex on the Beach combines elements of pop and hard rock that builds into a massive headbanger party song, and it will get stuck in your head and will certainly be a window down, turn it up type of track. It is my least favorite song on the album, but I hated it when it came out, and it has grown on me quite a bit. The closer, Killer, track number 15, the grand finale to the record. Killer pulls elements from every track on this record to send you off and guide you right back to track 1, where you will almost certainly land after finishing this record. It's heavy at times, has a great chorus, and is the best gateway song to introduce your friends to this record or to this band. All right. That's all my notes out of the way. I wanted to just say a couple more things about the album. If Bring Me the Horizon did not release an album this year, this would have been my album of the year. I did not expect to love this album as much as I did because, I mean, for the same reasons that Jake's not too high on this band, it's not my main genre. It's not like my go-to. My go-to is metalcore. That's just how it is. But I think what Stand Atlantic did with this album was like kind of bridge the gap a little bit, because there were moments on this album where you could make an argument that were very metalcore adjacent. Then you can make other comments about this album and say it's very radio stereotypical pop. And I think they did a very good job of fusing those two areas together. I think what put this album over the top for me, though, what made it better than the Home Team, what made it better than Imminence for me, was the song 17. I think that's where I listened to it and I was like, okay, this is something that we haven't really touched on before with Stand Atlantic. And I think that it was, sure, if you go through something as horrible as sexual assault and then write about it, I'm going to fucking listen. Like, that is not something that is used for clicks anymore. Like, in our scene, I'll say. It's not an abused topic for monetary gain. So when an artist is writing about something that vulnerable, I find it very appealing. And if you take the subject matter out of that song altogether, it's just a really good rock song. So I am going to give Stand Atlantic's new album we'd rate these out of 10, right? It's been a while.
Out of 10, and I'm going to omit my score because I haven't listened to it all the way through yet.
You've listened to all the songs but 2.
Yeah, but not really enough to give it a rating.
All right, so we'll just let my rating be the Scene Labs rating.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to give this album a 9 out of 10. The same thing I gave the Bring Me the Horizon album. Because they are both neck and neck right now for me. We'll see at the end of the year when we rank our albums where everything falls. But I did give you a hint. I think it is better than the Home Team and Imminence. We do still have an Our Hollow, Our Home album coming out this year. So we'll see what happens.
See, that's where I would think, like, I wouldn't put this over the Imminence album.
Right, sure.
But that's just me.
But that's your taste.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be mine too. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so high on this album is because it did something that I didn't expect it to. It clicked in a way that I didn't expect it to. And that's always a fun moment when that happens, where you're listening to something, you're like, damn, I really fucking like this.
Yeah. And the Imminence album also depends on what you're listening to it on.
Yeah, speakers are very important with the Imminence album, whereas maybe not as much with the Stand Atlantic.
Yeah.
Or even maybe the Bring Me the Horizon album, honestly.
I feel like the Stand Atlantic album is more about symbolism and imagery than it is the actual music and composition of such. Imminence is all about music composition.
Yeah. The audio is yes, there are music videos for the Imminence songs, but in your head while you're listening to that album, you create your own music video.
Oh, yeah.
Like with how much is going on that record.
If you have that blasting on a good set of just surround speakers and close your eyes, your head is going to feel like
you are somewhere else.
Like you're watching the original Xbox music player.
Oh,
like that kaleidoscope shit.
Or the old iTunes visual on the older computers.
The Microsoft music player ones. That's just, yeah. That's what you see when you're listening to that.
Yeah.
But
we'll see if Jake comes back on this at some point. Because
I'll try.
It might hit his Spotify and I definitely think there are songs on this record that you're not going to ever fuck with. But I think that there are songs that will. And I think Criminal is your gateway.
Okay.
So Warzone's also a song I think you'll really like. Are you adding it to a playlist now?
I'll just add it to liked songs. Just so it's there. So I don't lose it.
But yeah. This was one of my favorite albums of the year. For sure. Jake, we have just a couple minutes left, and I want to go over some random drama. And actually, I have 2 stories today, and they're both involving Ronnie fucking Radke. I swear I'm not doing this for clicks, okay? It's the most relevant thing that's happened this week.
All right, so welcome back, everybody. Everybody that skipped over Aaron's album rant.
Yeah. Hey, people like my album reviews.
And now drama.
Ronnie Radke is suing Anthony Fantano. Are you familiar with Anthony Fantano?
No, who's Anthony?
Look up a picture of Anthony Fantano. You'll be like, oh, yeah, that fucker.
American music critic. Oh. Oh, yeah, that guy.
So,
okay.
Anthony Fantano, it is hated in the scene. Literally. Like, people, I don't think I know a single person that goes, yeah, I like his takes. And he reviews everything from scene music to pop music to, like, Taylor Swift, okay? He made a whole video talking shit about Ronnie Radke. He kind of didn't just say opinions. He kind of brought up legal cases that Ronnie has been involved in previously.
Interesting.
And said a lot of things that he was claiming to be factual. So Ronnie Radke is suing him for defamation. Now, this is an interesting topic because this is the first time and probably the only time on this podcast that I will say, go Ronnie. Because he absolutely has a case. A more in-depth video to watch about this situation here is Tank the Tech on YouTube. He is Electric Callboy's tour manager in the US, and he also has a very successful YouTube channel. He was one of the ones that went really in on Blue Ridge Rock Fest and gave a very in-depth analysis of that whole fuckery. He does the same thing here. So go watch his video about it if you want more details than my shitty recollection that I'm about to give you. But yeah, dude fucked up. Like, dude's losing this fucking lawsuit. Anthony Fantano is going to lose, and rightfully so. If you're going to talk shit and get Ronnie's attention, you better at least have the facts straight or add a lot of allegedlys in your video. Because Ronnie has won more than 10 fucking civil suits that he has sued people for defamation for. He has made a lot of money just from people talking shit and saying, irresponsibly saying things that they shouldn't be saying. Go, Ronnie. I hope you win this lawsuit, but still fuck Ronnie Radke. I hate Anthony Fantano with a passion. He's given like some of the best albums that have ever come out of the scene, like really low scores just for no reason.
Yeah. He's a critic, not a fan.
He's not even a critic though. He's a hater.
Yeah.
Like he if he has beef with someone, he gives them a low score.
That's usually how that works.
All right.
He's not an unbiased.
No. So what's your take on all this? Just hearing that little rant of mine about the situation.
I mean, I can tell you Fantano has a very punchable face.
Yeah. Papa Meat actually made a sticker out of Anthony Fantano and sent it to my wife because she's like subscribed to his Patreon. Mm-hmm. And she's like, hey, look at this new sticker. I was like, that's Anthony Fantano. Come to find out, Papa Meat did a whole like music, like a song, and put it out there. And apparently there was some sort of communication allegedly with Anthony Fantano and Papa Meat. I'm just thinking, the fuck you gonna fuck with him for? He's gonna turn you into a meme so fast, dog.
You will be an entire cartoon, bro, before you even know what's going on.
Yep. All right. The second Ronnie Radke story of the week. So Ronnie Radke released an album, bunny ears, quotations, album recently that I've ultimately decided is not worth talking about. Because there were only 4 new songs on it. Every other song came out within the last few months or within the last 5 years. How long has Popular Monster been out? Oh yeah, 2019. So I don't give a shit about the album itself. I think it's No Fear. Anyway, there's a song on Falling in Reverse's new record that is a diss track about a certain artist or band. And Ronnie Radke just came out and said it on an interview last night. The song was about I Prevail. So click No Fear. Let's pull up some lyrics real quick.
Well, of course, it's Ronnie Radke, so it starts out with nowadays people are too afraid.
Nowadays, people are too afraid.
Because saying what's on your mind... Because saying what's on your mind's like stepping on the landmine.
Nowadays, people have gotten worse.
I'm thinking we need to purge because the world's in a decline.
Obsessed, everyone is stressed, everyone's a slave, everyone's oppressed, like...
Nowadays, people are too afraid of saying what's on your mind.
You know what? I better make sure this is the right song. We're not just doing this for no reason.
MGK, no. Yeah. No. Nope, I prevail. Read the lyrics, brother. Read the lyrics. Listen, you could go to my label, my director, my producer, but you'll never get the magic at the level I do it.
Back to you could go to my label, my director, my producer, but you'll never get that magic at the level I do it, you motherfuckers.
You motherfuckers keep on acting like I never influenced.
Keep on acting like I never influenced
the entire generation. I'm the
entire generation. I'm the antithesis to it. You went from rock to rap, but
I did that first. You went from
did that first. You went from rap back to rock.
Rap back to rock, cause the rap didn't work.
Cause the rap didn't work, that's worse. You're acting like you never heard of me, homie, but everybody that I know truly knows you're baloney, and people throwing accusations at me knowing it's phony just to get a reaction out.
And people throwing accusations at me knowing it's phony just to get a reaction out of me because they're bored and they're lonely. If only I could have told what I know being 40 to the younger me, then this would have been a different story.
Because they're bored and they're lonely, if only I could have told what I know being...
You know who Ronnie Radke's biggest fan is?
Himself?
Ronnie Radke. Ronnie Radke is Ronnie Radke's biggest fan. He's over here like listening to the song that he made, like he's reviewing it like it's the first time he's ever heard it. He's like, bro,
he's getting hyped for his own song.
Yeah, it's so good. You hear that? Bars.
Rock back to rap.
Rock back to rap. We went to rock and back to rock when the rap didn't work.
Bro, how are you gonna say that I Prevail's... What was the album called? The Red album with Bow Down and Hurricane, and how are you gonna say that didn't work, dog? That was like one of the biggest albums that came out that year. Oh yeah, what's
there
song?
it is.
Okay, you acting like you never heard of me, homie, bro. I Prevail's not acting like they haven't heard of you. They just don't want to fucking talk about you. Now it is fair to say that they both use the same producer, which is the guy from Danger Kids.
So what?
So what? Like,
Ronnie thinks just because he does it, he has to be the only one that does it. And then anybody else that does it is just copying him.
Like, and then last year he tried to say that Bring Me the Horizon took inspiration from his work. And that's just fucking... Okay. Any person with eyes will watch a Falling in Reverse music video and go, damn, that looks cool. Because they do. They're good fucking music videos.
Stop being so fucking full of yourself, dude.
But like coming after I Prevail, come on, man.
The fuck they do to you?
I Prevail are like those dudes that never get involved in bullshit. They were like 30-year-old men that decided one day they were going to make metalcore, and they fucking kicked ass at it.
You just got beef with everybody because nobody fucking likes you. Because you have beef with everybody.
I still hope
pointlessly.
I still hope you win your lawsuit against Anthony Fantano, but leave fucking I Prevail.
Yeah, nobody likes you, but everybody hates him. So.
Yeah. Leave I Prevail, Motionless in White, fucking Bring Me the Horizon. Leave them the fuck alone. Do your thing. It's working. Just shut up and enjoy your money. And clearly enjoy your songs too. Dude, do you think Ronnie Radke sits in his bedroom and listens to his own music?
Of course he does.
He's like, damn, that was a vibe.
This shit's a banger. Did y'all hear this? There's just nobody there.
The only
yeah. Y'all hear this? Yeah.
Dude, that fucking line.
Bars.
It's the same people.
Nobody around him.
Every time I hear it say the people, Jake's like, where are they, Aaron?
Where? The people. Y'all hear this shit? This man got bars.
He said he went from rock to rap and then back to rock when the rap didn't work.
Rock to rap, then back to rock. Y'all heard that? Y'all hear it? There's nobody there, Ronnie. You're talking to a phone.
Oh, God. I can't help it. When I see this shit, I cannot
Actually,
help
in that one, he was probably talking on Twitch.
I think he was. Yeah, I think he was. Because someone said someone asked him if the song was about MGK. because the rock back to rap part, obviously. But then MGK got on stage with him and Jelly Roll a couple nights ago.
What a quintessential group.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about Ronnie Radke. It was too much, but I wanted to talk about it.
I Prevail's better. Eat a dick.
Oh, I Prevail's so much better. And if they want to use Tyler from Danger Kids, suck
So
their
what?
dick.
So what?
Dude's a fucking legend. Anyway, think we should call it there?
Yeah.
All right.
We good there.
Well, check out the new album by Stan Atlantic. Check out the singles that we talked about. Got another concert coming up. I'll talk to y'all about that. And we'll try to interview Bill Murray at the show.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, for real though, if you're going to the Bill
Get a
Murray
press
show,
pass?
huh?
Can you get a press pass?
Right. If you're going to the Bill Murray show in Charlotte or the Dayseeker show in Raleigh, look for the two dudes in the Scene Lab shirts. I'm going to try and make him wear his Scene Lab shirt to the concert so we're recognizable.
All right.
You going to do it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
First one that comes up to me and recognizes gets $20.
50.
50?
$50 in a vinyl from my collection if you come up to me and recognize me. Hold me to it. It's on the podcast. We're just going to have like 80 people come up to me and be like, oh yeah, Lab Scene.
I'd be surprised if there's one.
Yeah.
Don't put that part on TikTok.
What
We
part?
don't want that getting out. About that. They got to listen
Yes.
and watch the video to get that.
That's not going on TikTok.
No.
If you listen to this and you go
all the way at the end. This is all the way at the end.
Yep.
There's only one way.
We'll just keep putting that at the end of our episode.
Nobody's getting any money, I guarantee it.
Unless you do it. If you surprise us,
If you made it this far.
Oh, by the way, siblings don't count. Don't
No.
try and pull that shit on me.
This has to be somebody I've never met before in my life.
Unless you're in one of the bands. Well, I guess you've never met them. Latin.
That was bright.
All right, well, we'll see y'all next time. See you at some concerts.
Bye-bye.
Bye.